What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bitcoin Buddha. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to talk about the current state of Bitcoin and where it's at. As you can see in the chart here, we're at about 7140. Today is Memorial Day, May 29th. So for those even in America, including myself, happy Memorial Day. Happy Monday to everyone across the globe. With that being said, here's what I want to talk about here. There's a lot of people, a lot of traders especially. There's a handful of very good traders on YouTube who tell it as it is and give you multiple scenarios and multiple potential outcomes within the immediate time frame in the next couple months, etc. With the market, with Bitcoin especially. But there's a lot of traders, and I'm in a lot of trade groups as well with some of my friends, where we're seeing traders who've been talking about for months. There's going to be a bull run next month. Bitcoin's going to hit 50 grand by May. We're going to see $100,000 Bitcoin this summer. Litecoin's going to hit 1,500 bucks by the end of March. I've been hearing this every single month, and none of those predictions come true. And what I'm saying is there's a lot of pie in the sky, not just traders, but just quote unquote expert or crypto influencers in this market, throwing out prices and predictions without a lot of analysis. Now, disclaimer, I'm showing you a chart here, but this doesn't necessarily mean I'm an expert trader. Now, if you ask me to look at candles and kind of share with you a pattern, I'm not the guy to do that. Okay, so I just understand very basic fundamentals looking at charts, and it kind of helps me, coupled with basic technical analysis, that is, coupled with fundamentals in the market, helps me make better decisions, better, well-informed decisions. And they're not right decisions all the time. That's why I will say this disclaimer now, and I will tell you this disclaimer not just for myself, but anyone online. Don't listen to anyone, man. Don't make a financial decision based on some guy on YouTube pumping out videos. Just use it as an indicator and really discern whether the guy you're listening to, even including myself, know what the hell we're talking about, right? So don't base your financial decisions on what people online say. Do your own homework, do your own research, really know what you're investing in. And if I was to give you any financial advice, again, this is not financial advice. If I was to give financial advice to myself, and I was just entering the market today, brand new, I would say just invest what you're willing to lose. Don't invest the house. Don't go out, take loans, or do stupid things out of greed. Just invest what you're willing to lose when entering this market, because this market is very emotional, and if you invest more than you're willing to lose, you're not going to have a very good time sleeping at night unless you're willing to lose your seed capital. So be very careful, take inventory of who you are and your risk tolerance level. And again, only if I'm speaking to myself, I can't speak to you on this, but if I'm speaking to myself and I'm brand new into this market, I'd only be willing to invest when I'm willing to lose. So with that being said, a lot of traders are talking about we're going to see a bull run in June. Not here to name names, not here to bash anyone. But I want to look at it from a different angle. Do I think we're going to see a bull run eventually? Yes. In one of my previous videos, I talked about the hash rate is going up. The hash rate basically signifies that more miners are entering the market. Miners are not now the price of Bitcoin is going down. So typically you'd think, okay, well, if miners enter the market, they got to spend money on equipment, on electricity. It's probably not profitable to mine Bitcoin. Now, if you're somebody who's just getting into the mining market and you want to buy like one GPU or ASIC miner, yeah, it's probably not worth mining Bitcoin. You're not going to see an ROI for probably a very long time, maybe a year or two. I don't know. So it may not be worth it for you to mine. But my hunch is a lot of big mining conglomerates, especially overseas, are entering the market because they know something we don't know. So if you look right now in the charts, we're on a daily chart, Bitfinex chart, that is, for Bitcoin compared to the USD. The volume is decreasing, man, ever since December 17th. December 17th is when the CME got in with futures. The all-time high was about $20,000 that day. But if you look at the volume, ever since then, it's declined. So yeah, we've gone up and down, but the trajectory has been down ever since the institutional money via the CME Bitcoin futures put basically their toe into the market. I wouldn't say their whole foot or 2 feet yet. I think a lot of institutional money is still sitting on the sidelines. It hasn't came yet. And in my opinion, again, this is all opinion, I believe the news, which has been primarily FUD over the past 6 months, has been coordinated to drive this price down, to shake the weak hands, shake the retail investors out of their investment, so the institutions to come in and buy up cheaper Bitcoin, because that's what they want. They're not going to pay top dollar for Bitcoin. Nobody would. So they control the news. Again, call me conspiracy theorist, whatever. This is just my opinion. I think it's pretty obvious. They control the news and they pump out a lot of FUD, especially on MSNBC, man. If you look at MSNBC, they're owned by Comcast. 85% of Comcast shareholders are institutions. The top 5 are like Goldman Sachs, etc. Obviously, their narrative is going to be more beneficial towards them, less beneficial towards the institutional investor. Not to say every single piece of news on crypto on MSNBC is negative, but a lot of it is very suspect, which I believe has helped. Of course, there's FUD coming out of China, South Korea, etc. With the Mt. Gox debacle, them dumping Bitcoin back on the exchange. Supply has increased, demand has gone down. I think demand has been manipulated by the news. But again, so in the intermediate, I think we're going to see probably a price drop. This is not based on technical analysis, just as me intuitively speaking. Demand has gone down. You can even look at Google Trend. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. Google Trend kind of matches the charts in terms of volume. Interest has gone down. I mean, the interest is basically May of 2018, which is where we're at right now, end of May. Let's look at May of 2017. Yeah, man, I mean, it's practically the same, right? So in terms of price, it's gone up quite a bit. In terms of volume and interest, it's about the same. I believe we were headed, if this is a truly, it's as free market as it's going to get, yes, but if this is truly a free market where there's no manipulation, which doesn't exist, probably has never existed, because in my opinion, in the DNA of humanity, there is some corruption. Unfortunately, it is who we are as human beings. We are susceptible to cutting corners. This is what has happened in the market. If it's truly a free market, I believe this thing would have kept going up, but nothing ever happens like that forever. So with that being said, I think in the intermediate, we're probably going to see, again, it's not based on technicals. I think we're going to see more of a bearish market. But in the long run, I think we are going to see a bullish market. Keep in mind, now let's go to, if you look at Bitcoin, you can even go on what is it, on coinmarketcap.com, go to historical charts, right? Let's go to, I want to point out, illustrate something to you. If you go to January 1st, the price of Bitcoin is $963, January 1st, right? If you go to December 17th, the high was really 20 grand, but they're taking the average here of that day was $19,500, okay? That's about a 2,000% ROI from January 1st to December 17th in Bitcoin. So if you bought Bitcoin January 1st, and you sold on December 17th of 2017, you make a 2,000% ROI on your investment. That, compared to traditional markets, that is insane, right? Now, other coins get you even a greater investment, but we're just going to focus on Bitcoin for now. Okay, so that's a pretty damn good ROI. But I don't have that article here, but there was an article that references it was about 10 days or so. Out of that 2,000%, 1,600% ROI actually happened within 10 days. So what I'm getting at is that when you see a bull run, it is pretty quick. It's not going to take place over a period of a year or two. Like, it's going to happen within days, and it's going to happen when we least expect it. So that's why, for me, I hold Bitcoin, not just as a statement, but also because I believe that eventually we will see a bull run. And again, I believe some indicators in terms of fundamentals, not just fundamentals in terms of what Bitcoin is and how it solves a social issue, which is money, and how Bitcoin is now becoming the new form of money in a trustless, decentralized environment where this has never existed in the history of mankind. And this is what Bitcoin is solving, is money. Hence, the blockchain of Bitcoin is solving that problem. I believe that eventually we will see a bull run, and it'll happen very quick. Like I said before, in the intermediate, I think we're going to see a bear market. I don't know if we're going to see, and I could be wrong, I hope I am. And if I'm sincerely wrong, because I try to give you sincerely my perspective on this and not just some pie in the sky bullshit call or price prediction with no real fundamentals or analysis behind it, just saying it just to say it because I want to co-create that into my existence. I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to tell you what I think. If I really believe that the price is going to go up significantly into intermediate, I'm going to give you some analysis on why I believe that. I just don't believe that right now. I think a lot of the news is more geared towards bearish sentiment. But in terms of fundamentals, not just what Bitcoin is, but also looking at the hash rate, and also just from people I know in this market who are working on the OTC side. All this volume here is retail volume, by the way. This is not over-the-counter. Over-the-counter transactions are mainly done between like very wealthy private individuals or families or hedge funds or OTC desks, etc., or institutions, that is. Last week, I mean, one of my good friends, for example, was at Consensus, and he's in the space in terms of dealing with OTC transactions. A couple of weeks ago during Consensus, there was about $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin that was transacted on the OTC market. To put it in perspective, as of right now, in just the past 24 hours, almost $5 billion was transacted. If there was an extra $2.5 billion showing of volume, this is all retail volume, by the way. If that OTC volume was calculated into this number, we'd be looking at $7.5 billion, $7.5 billion worth of Bitcoin volume transacted. I'm pretty sure this price would be a bit different if we factored in that OTC volume. So what I'm saying is that in the intermediate, I think we're going to see bearish sentiment. I don't know if we're going to see a bull run, and I hope I'm wrong. I could be very well wrong. In the long run, though, I really, when you hear these $100,000 price predictions, I'm not going to give a price prediction, but I believe eventually we'll hit that mark. Now, whether it's going to happen this year, 5 years from now, I don't know. And if anyone is going to tell you, hey, I know for sure Bitcoin's going to be 100 grand, let's just say hypothetically by December 2018, I would run away from that person as fast as possible. I would stop listening or watching these people because no one has a crystal ball. No one can predict the future. And quite frankly, we don't know where this market's headed. So that's why if I was talking to myself and I was brand new to this market, I'd be telling myself, hey, only invest what you're willing to lose because this is unpredictable foreign territory we're entering in right now. Again, I'm not here to spread any FUD. I'm not here to be negative. I'm just here to share with you that you have to look at this from putting on a critical thinker's hat, and not just be so fanatical and just believe everyone. Don't even believe me, man. Do your own research. Don't believe what everyone says online. Look at the fundamentals. Try to learn technical analysis as much as possible. I'm not the guy to learn TA from. Maybe in a year I'll know enough technical analysis to share with you what I believe. Even then, don't just buy into what I'm saying. Do your own research. Hell, if you have the time, I would follow people like Tone Vays, people like who else? I think the Node Investor. No, not the Node Investor. I'm sorry, Data Dash. Some of these other YouTubers who are chartists and who do understand real technical analysis, who can teach you technical analysis. I like Tone Vays the best. I know a lot of people don't like him because they feel like he spreads FUD, but he tells you the truth, man. He's been wrong plenty of times, but he's been right plenty of times as well with this technical analysis, and I think he's been more right than a lot of these technical analysis traders in the crypto space, especially a lot of them just throw out these pie-in-the-sky predictions and so on. I just think he brings more real analysis to the market. I'd follow him, if anything. So with that being said, not to spread any FUD, do your own research, just be very cautious as of now, but I truly believe at some point we're going to see a massive bull run, and we're going to see new all-time highs. I just don't know when. With that being said, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know, what do you think? Leave a comment below this video. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your analysis. Tell me what you think. On top of that, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click the subscribe button to this video, to our channel. Click the bell button next to the subscribe button so you get notified whenever we update or upload a new video. Click the like button so other people as well can find this video and join the conversation. And make sure you go to BitcoinBuddha.IO. The link is in the description below. Join our VIP list. You get a free gift from me, delivered straight to your email. It's a PDF to help onboard some of you into the crypto market, give you the do's and don'ts in terms of security and protecting yourself in this market. And on top of that, you'll be on our VIP list. You'll be notified whenever we do launch our official course at the end of this year. Hope you guys are doing well and have a great day. Take care.